Hi guys, this is Arshil Gosavi, and today's our topic is encapsulation. So basically, encapsulations is a important pillar. From encapsulation is from the four main important pillar in Java programming language. So uh, they what are those four important pillars for Java programming language? First one is an abstraction, second one is an encapsulation, third one is an inheritance, and fourth one is an polymorphism. So we earlier videos we discuss about abstraction, inheritance. Now today we discuss about what is an encapsulation actually works in Java. Before that, we just an overlook of what is an polymorphism. That is an fourth pillar of our Java programming language. Instead of start our explanation on on the encapsulation. So basically, what is a polymorphism? Polymorphism is a Greek word of a combination of the two words. That means poly and morphs are there. So poly means many, we can say, and morph means forms. So many we can execute them one method or one class by many forms, or one method by many forms, or one program by many forms. So this is an polymorphism. This is important pillar of Java. So now we'll take on our point, that is what is an encapsulation. Encapsulation is nothing but wrapping of our data. So what that mean, that word says that wrapping means combine the data together. So basically we'll example of that a real-time example of our capsule medicines. In medicine there is a capsule of two colors, that red and white, and so that two inside that the main data is or main medicine is present. In that capsule two medicines are combined together. So this is nothing but the real-time example of our encapsulation. So the encapsulation, where we can say that in the programming language, the wrapping of data itself say that it is an encapsulation done, which means two types of data to combine together in one format. In encapsulation there is a setter and getter method importance are there. We can set the values from setter method, and we can get the values or taken and output from the program through the getter method. So importance of setter and getter is a very must in encapsulation. Encapsulations where says that at the time of execution, or set the values of our set the input values, then at that time setter method is implemented and needed, and at that time of getting the values for program. So getter method is important. Getter method having a return type, it returns whatever setter method can given input by user, or whatever the setter method when you can also if you can doing the program, at that time you can set the values of the method for the method as input values. Then you if you can give that value to the program with the help of setter method, that getter method exactly returns it having a return type. In that from that return type, getter method can provide output to user or programmer. So this is an a basic or this is an how basically we implement an encapsulation. Encapsulation, we can says that encapsulation is occur or execute by second way also, that is containment. In containment, there is an what first of all we discuss taken in one example that we're having an one object that variable or we're having a variable object of that class A, and class A having containing four variables that variables are what we can say that variables are primitive data types are those. So inside that class A there are three integer primitive data types, and fourth one is an our non-primitive data type. We can say the node data type is present at the fourth position of class 4. Then node that non-primitive data type, we know that it itself it contains an object of their class. So now what is that non-primitive data type at that 4 number? It contains the object of their class. So if we fetching the details of that class A, we can or we eventually or unconditionally we want the class B, which is the present object present in a class A, or non-primitive data present in a class A. So it that node fetching the class B, or that node providing an access of to programmer through that node that provide the access of class B. So there is an one object or they if we keep in mind we're having and two classes there are, and there are two reference variables are there, and having in three classes are there. But we are keep in mind that at the time when we implementing the that our containments, or when we implementing at the time of encapsulation. So this is nothing but when we call the variable or object of our class A, then it executes the three integer numbers, and after that it similarly executed that object of that class which is present non-primitive data types in class A, that also executed class B. Means the class A and class B both are executed, and we are giving we are taken out output from that classes. So if you keep in mind that basically this from this type we can achieve the encapsulation is there. So encapsulate this is done and this is how we can done data hiding from the user, or combining the data in one box, or in one format. So basically we taken an basic example, one more example of our encapsulation. If we having a student class in that for the most important sorry, I forgot that the most important point that the members of that class of when we doing an encapsulation process, the member of that class is must be a private. It cannot if that classes or that data members are keep it as private, then there is no interfere between the data would be changed, or data would be fetched by any other. So this is an fully secured data as we want. Actual that encapsulation is doing that process, the data hiding or data secure data provided by encapsulation. So as we said that data members as a private, and we fetching the data through that getter and setter method. So we taken an example that student class is there. Inside that name of student is present a data member that is private.